Drop your ice cream cone.
Peace. All right, so we're waiting to see who's coming online. Let's see. And I'm pretty sure all the quote-unquote followers or whatever are going to be from out here. But I think Custom L should be open though. Should be open. Should be up.
Well, I just turned my data back off, so I don't know if you opened up
Yeah,
my
let's see.
my
Let's see
television.
first. See what's going on.
I know they have those
Now-
on Sundays or Saturdays.
Now,
Some of the
technically, too, we can still walk around because it's going on 1 now, right?
days. Yes, and went on the dot.
So we got another 3.5 hours. Like the train that we want to catch to go back is like at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
10 after 5. So we get there at 6. I mean, our appointment is for 7 at the Abyssinian place.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, technically, we could leave a little bit later. But
I mean, I think it's fine.
you see, that's what I'm saying. I see Custom. I knew Custom L would be up.
I knew
What's
after
up?
I just texted them. Like, "You're going live."
So here's the thing, bruv. We're doing a live real quick, and let me see if I can flip the camera to show you where we're at. There we go. So we're right. This is where we're at. This is where we're at right now.
we can do like
Oh.
we can record it and then post it up later. So like,
Okay, so today's the today's the BBQ. Yeah, it's true. It would have been dope to be there. So we want to do a quick little live. All right, so I'm here with
Islam. Hey everybody.
and yo, how you mean, bro? Look, back from the Moorish Museum. How you mean? Look. Let me flip this around for
You
you.
want something, right?
We bought a whole bunch of things, bro. We bought a whole bunch of things. I bought a whole bunch of tea. Asanaya done buy out the whole store. Empress bought a whole bunch of stuff too. Like, yeah, we're here. And so what was interesting is obviously the amount of respect that we get when we go into the store. And they were really happy to receive us. We're talking. And we said like, thank you for preserving the culture. And they were saying yes, and then we were talking about how, Germany wants to get rid of it, and they're shaking their heads like, why would they do that? So on and so forth.
Hello.
Sneaking this, who's sneaking the strawberry? Oh, you saw?
Leave my strawberries alone. Who's
Oh, you
that?
saw the strawberries? Yeah.
No teeth.
Khalifa
No
bought some,
teeth, man.
Khalifa Empress bought some strawberries. But yeah, so the owners were saying, yeah, they don't comprehend why people want to get rid of it. They know the history. They know that I'm mentioning stuff. They know the history that it goes past Greek and all that. They know. Because we were saying like it goes past Greek, and they're like, yes, we know. So you know what I'm saying? It's I am the cut above. Peace. So I mean that's one of the things. So showing you where we are. Matter of fact, let's change the camera around, I guess, right? We're hanging out at the Mohren, the Mohren House tea shop. There's Amazite, Islam Amazite. We're chilling. This is where we're chilling right now. So I'm with the Empress,
Islam, everybody.
Khalifa.
What's going on?
and Asanaya.
Islam, peace and love.
And we're just here eating something. We just did a whole bunch of shopping and stuff like that, getting some tea and all that from the shop. I brought them here to show them. And the teacups, remember the last video that I did, right? The teacups that I had with the logo on it, they don't have them anymore.
Mohren has been back.
They don't have them anymore. So it's like I got some of the last few, so I got 4 of them. I bought one for the temple. But now they have the cups that they have a cityscape, and only when you flip the teacup underneath, then you see the logo. What time is it here? It's going on 1.
But we saw the daughter at the desk, she was like, I was like, oh, can we buy that? She's like, oh no, it's used. I said, well, we won't drink out of it. I said, we'll pay a premium to have the cup with the Moorish head on it. And they went to the back and they found them, and I'm thinking they're gonna, spike the price up. They gave it to us for €1 for the 3 cups that we got.
€1 for 3.
One each. So yeah. So what we're talking about is the ability to acquiesce, to make a compromise, to assist us in helping preserve our culture, and they saw that. And I think it's important for you guys to go on Instagram and follow them. It's Mohren Haus Bamberg, #Mohren because there's a big campaign to remove Mohren across Europe and put Schwarze or just remove it, period. And so this is the destruction of our culture. This is a part that's a threat, and we're going to do our best to counter it with a counter campaign. So again, Mohren Haus Bamberg, #Mohren Haus. We have to come support people that are preserving our culture, and they knew it, and they gave us high honors, and it was a really great experience. So we definitely want to make sure that if those of you that are able to travel and come to Bamberg, please come to, or you can go to their website, and I'm not even getting paid for this. I know some of you might think that. It's www.mohren-house.de. Again, Mohren Haus Bamberg. Please support them because they are keeping our culture alive.
And the teas are absolutely wonderful as
and
well.
it's affordable as well.
Very affordable. The teas are very, very affordable. Some amazing selection. So preserving culture, helping yourself, and also partaking in your culture. So it's Dr. Ben. And it looks like Dr. Ben as well. And it's really interesting. I say from my experience, I know that the Empress and also Brother Sheldon.
Are you in the
camera? They have experiences in many different countries, different continents. But for me, the vibe, I've never ever had this sort of interaction, not only with Europeans or whatever it is. I've never had even my own people that consider themselves MBCs, for example, even interact with me in a different sort of way. So I say all this to say that it really does signs and wonders when you know who you are, because it breaks down barriers. Like Empress was saying, we were able to get things that weren't on sale. They were willing to make compromises and acquiesce for us because they knew how important it was. They felt honoured that 3 Moors came into their shop today and almost validated the entirety of their existence. So with that, I'll yield and pass back to Brother Sheldon.
Yeah, so they wanted to take pictures outside of the shop, and they took pictures and they put it on
their Instagram.
On their Instagram.
Probably on their website as well.
So I'm gonna flip the camera around. I don't know if I could zoom in on the window because it says #Mohren Haus, so you know. Let me flip it around. Yeah, you see, if you see my finger comes in, you see right under there in pink, it says #Mohren Haus. I don't know if you see it. But yeah, there it is.
#MOHRENHAUS.
Yeah, so #Mohren Haus. That's, I could probably put it in the chat, right? Add a comment? Let's see. #MOHRENHAUS.
Pull out the paper
that's what it is.
The lineage on it. We want to show the paper that's
right. And so there's also a paper that it's all in German. I'm going to be translating it. I'll probably do a common sense quickie on it or something. But it gives you the history. Get this. So it gives you the history on it. And look what it says there. Das Mohren Haus wird 1444. So the Mohren House was in 1444 first urkundlich erwähnt. Some of the stuff I can translate, some of them I don't really know off the top of my head. So like I said, I'm gonna do a common sense quickie probably on this one and break this down, or just a short little video. But from 1444, and then they're saying since 1637 it's under the. So since 1637 it's under the name House of the Moors. Okay, so it used to be Moore's house in 1444, and then since 1637 it's under the name House of the Moors. What's going on?
Keep going. You keep
going. Okay. Right. So, anyways, I'll be. Oh wow. Okay. DM Haus befindlich Apotheke. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, I'll break this down at some other time. Definitely not now, but this is what came in the store, giving you a little history on it. And yeah, sometimes my German is good, sometimes it's
not. We thank you for your expertise.
It kind of comes and goes every now and then. I haven't been using it for a while. Times. Yeah, I haven't used it for a while, and depends on how tired my mind is. But anyways, an audible common sense quickie, common sense longie, yeah, maybe. Anyways, yeah. So this is what it is. So yeah. So yeah. I don't know. Anything you want to add or anything? Or?
No, if anybody has any questions or anything, again, just do your best to share out this to media, to your local stations or international. Like, we are really going to make a campaign to reverse this utter nonsense about removing Mohren from the records, because we can see 1444.
Right.
1444. Over here, this is Habsburgs, guys. So
right.
Remember, Spain and Habsburg, same bloodline. So what we're doing is we have to have this preservation. So I think if you guys share and go to their website or follow them on Instagram, or if you can purchase something or whatever, just because they were very gracious, and it's honorable for them to uphold our Moorish history. Yeah. Because this Swatsa, this this color code caste system
doesn't make any sense.
It's a dishonor to our ancestors.
Right.
And we want to reinvoke and reclaim that inheritable blood. So we don't do color code caste systems. We're Morens.
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that we honor that. So I yield the floor. What's up, Neo? I need to hear Cujo's.
Do you want to add
voice.
Anything or no? Or
no, just camel back in off the Empress and Brother Shoulder. Support in any way you can. Every little helps.
Right. Yeah, like I was saying. Go ahead. No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so like I was saying, the first time, the woman that I spoke to, she told me that the Lions Pharmacy, as well as the Unicorn Pharmacy, is also a tribute to us. And when I mentioned it there, they all said, yes, that's true. So it's the Moors Pharmacy, the Lions Pharmacy, and the Unicorns Pharmacy. Right? So all of this is a tribute to us. So I mean, there's so much information that we have. And like I said, that's another thing too. So when I think I might have mentioned this in the beginning, when I was saying that, we know that the name Mohren or Moor predates Greek, and they were saying yes. Like it went back to Egypt and past that, even like for more, and they're saying so they know that. These people that work there, some of the people that work there, they know this already. And that's why they think it's utterly ridiculous. So anyways, all that said, we had to do this quick little live. We know most of the East Coast is sleeping right now.
Mad sleeping. Wake up Moors. Wake up, you sleepy-headed Moors. And honors to Noble Drew Ali, because this energy is we know it's prior to him, but he restored this, and we want to give honors to that. And it's just the vibration of the principle of coming here and seeing it. Like I remember seeing Sheldon do the video a couple years ago, and I'm like, I'm going. I don't know how, when, but I got to get there. And I think this is one of the things that we do. So for the traveled Moors, for those of us that don't put everything on social media, we're not out there like that. This is really who we are. When we know thyself, and when Noble Drew Ali just said, just be yourself. Like, this is a part of that. And they didn't have to look in the back to give us things. They didn't have to treat us the way they did. They could have just gave us the process of purchasing things and moved on. It was personable. It was authentic. And I think that those values and those principles of love, truth, peace, and justice is amazing. And just seeing this, it's a small thing, but it's really humbling to experience that. And we're giving thanks for them, that preservation. Remember Stolen Legacy. Remember where it talks about the custodians and preserving this Moorish revival history. All of this part of Central Europe and Eastern has so much Moorish revival architecture. And there's so many things that are hidden. We saw things yesterday that those of you that watched, we had no intent of going there, and Brethren had been here before and he hadn't seen them. So we were just like, should we go in or should we not? We need you guys to make a campaign to preserve and to share. We want to have the discussion, because that's what traveling is. It's not about trying to make finance off of stuff or try to pretend like this is our information. We're making it, preserving it to share it on for the next generation, for future progeny. Remember, 7 generations ahead. So just kind of keep that vibe. That's what we're on. And it's just so humbling that they're doing this. And the campaign to remove it all across Europe. So just kind of find a place and really just share it out with someone to have that discussion. I'll yield the floor.
Yeah, I mean, because one of the workers there told me, I had no idea. She mentioned Switzerland is starting to, if not they're starting to, but they're thinking of removing it. And I showed on my feed Moore's Fountain, right? With King Casper, and and the first one of the first Common Sense Quickie videos that I did, The Meaning of Moor, where I showed the Moor's Hotel in at Huttwil, Switzerland, right? And how it says, I think they changed the name to like the Moorish Little Princes, or Moorish Prince, or something, Hotel of the Moorish Prince or something like that. They changed the name to. So imagine them taking the way the history of that and taking away the word Moor. So what are they going to change it to? Right? Hotel of the Little Blacks. You know what I'm saying? So if they're doing that in Switzerland, and I remember there was Moors. We're finding pictures of Moors hotels in Italy. There's one in Hungary as well. I remember taking a picture of that, or finding that online. I mean, because Hungary I haven't been to. Italy, I found these pictures online.
Hungary has a lot of stuff. It may not. I didn't see in Budapest in a couple of places, but they have a lot of Moorish architecture, and I saw a lot of great stuff in their museum. So we'll try to figure out some point of putting some things together, but we definitely want to make this campaign to honor what's being preserved, guys.
Right. So forgot what I was saying. Anyways,
the little black some in the hotel.
Yeah. So Switzerland. When she told me about Switzerland, I was thinking, wow. So I was thinking about that as well. So finding the images of hotels also in Italy, and that one in Hungary as well. It makes sense for us, because when we start digging into the annals and treaties and stuff, Moor is on the treaty. So how are you gonna get rid of the name? Like, just think about that. Just ponder on this for a second. If Moor is in the treaty, and then you remove Moor from the cities and Moor Street and all that stuff, so then when you go back to these treaties, does that make the treaties null and void? No. But then what's in the treaties, and who are these people that they're talking to, if Moor is such a bad thing? Non-descendable.
Inheritable blood. And so it goes back to the preservation of the marriage contract, the trust, the will, the land grant, the title. Guys, there's so much that Moors, we really got a lot to do. And I think that the vibration that we're on, like we got ready for the scimitar and all of that energy, but on this vibration, like we see what's really important to preserve. So like the infighting and the dirty Moors, we only let other Moors call us dirty Moors. Like if you are like, what do we call it? Corpus, no, what's my man? I'm not gonna give his appellation. He calls us dirty Moors, but he's
oh right, but he's not a
yeah. Well, I can't. Yeah, he's a ward. So we're not gonna let a ward that doesn't have proper status address us with status. And so we want to honor those that are scimitaring him constantly. But we want to, on the other hand, and on the other pole, make sure that we're preserving. So something that you can do if you can't travel, if you don't have the finance to purchase anything or even rep something that's Moorish, preserve something. Do your due diligence to follow your lineage and find, like I was looking at something I had for a census, and my great aunt on my paternal side, she had a property in the 1930s. According to the census, it was valued at, or it cost 1,000 silver. So what I'm saying is find a way to preserve part of our culture and share that. So as much as we're scimitaring and chopping these dirty Moors' heads off, we need to have the preservation side. Remember, we're the diplomats. Remember, we're the foundation of the aspect of law and merchants and statecraft. So why aren't we putting the energy and the intent in that? So when we have those principles, it doesn't mean it has to be acquiescing and bowing down, but it means we need to have the counter. Like remember, if somebody makes a claim, you got to counter. It's the first issue, in addition to the status. So we already know that the non-descendable ward, we're not even addressing him because he doesn't have proper status. So he's talking about corporate. We are the founders of that good, bad, and indifferent. So make sure that you're preserving something and sharing it to start these discussions, because we got to do better on that side of it. I yield.
Yeah. On a side note too, while Empress was breaking it down, a lot of people are passing by and they're greeting us, and it's interesting. I think it's interesting for them because they see a bunch of Moors in habit sitting in front of the Moor's house.
Little on the nose.
You know? And so you'll see people, they'll greet us and then they'll turn around and then they're taking pictures of the Moor's house. Right, Moor's House Tea Shop. So, yeah.
And when we were getting our picture taken, we had a whole crew of people again.
Yeah, that's true.
That were taking pictures of us in front of the Moorish house.
Yeah.
From 1444. That's all I gotta say. Like 1444.
Like the number itself, right? Triple, like 1444, right? I'm just saying.
And the location is 14.
Oh. And
yeah, that's right.
Hold on a second, let me turn that around so they see that. That's crazy. And so the address, I don't know if you can see it in the corner there, because I can't really, once you're on live, you can't zoom. Oh, you can zoom. Oh.
Make sure you get that Mohren house too.
There's a 14. I didn't know you could zoom.
And you see the S, it has S, I think that's supposed to be 1445.
Oh yes, it does have it there.
Oh, the S?
Yeah, underneath it. See if I see 445.
I see 445.
I don't know if it's a 1 in front
but
of it.
But even if you had the 445, it still equals to 18, which is still a 9.
Right.
Still a 9, divine 9, baby.
Yeah. Okay, so then look. There you go. There's the hashtag.
Share it
Mohren
out,
House. Mohren House. Right. Oh, and then the website. You want to see the website? There it is. There's the website. I didn't even know the website is in the window.
And you can see on the doors on the left and the right, Boca, Boca and Yakim, you know?
Yeah.
Male and feminine.
Oh, right.
The balance, the pillars.
Oh, right. So it has that information.
Yes, it's still 3 arches. And we have the 3.
And 3 arches.
3, 4, 4, and then you have the 2. So
right.
3, and then you have the 8.
In there. Right in there.
Yes, the final thing, and you don't have to put the camera on, just carry on, please. If you have to hear me. So the final thing that I'd add is This is one of the simplest ways, even for those who don't know how to look past themselves. The greatest way you can honor yourself is to honor your ancestors. Because you honor yourself anyway. You're literally, even if you want to start off on an egotistical standpoint, look for yourself in time immemorial. Find yourself, place yourself back 100, 1,000, 2,000 years. Because other people know how to pinpoint yourself. And when we can navigate, time is cyclical. It's not linear. We measure it linearly. When you can find yourself at any place, at any point in time, at any location, that's when you have the real power. That's the real reverence for your ancestors. And that is how, when we talk about descendability and we talk about the honor within your blood and the purity of the bloodline in terms of, yes, in terms of we're actually talking about the physical blood, but we're also talking about in terms of how far can you go back, how far can you remember yourself. So with that I'll yield the floor, but that's all I wanted to add in terms of there are so many ways that you can break down how you can kind of engage with this information and kind of make it your own, because it is yours. So if you alienate yourself from it, alluding to what Brother Sheldon was saying in terms of if they get rid of a word and you're just like, it's just a word. It's not. They're removing thousands and thousands of years of culture. Like Brother Sheldon mentioned, the Fomorians. Now, if anybody knows anything about the Fomorians, they link directly back to Pygmies, also the people of Ireland, and also the people of Scotland.
Celts, the Celts.
Celts, right?
Yeah.
The Druids. So if anybody's watched American Gods, Mad Sweeney is a Fomorian. He's representing that Fomorian bloodline. So when you see people with red hair, for example, and how they say, quote unquote, and I mean something a little bit on the nose. The reason why they used to say gingers have no souls, for example, is because gingers, people with red hair, in terms of descendability, are the most closely connected in terms of genetics to Moors. They descend from Fomorians. So they used to try and alienate them and say they don't have souls. So when you look at slurs and so on and so forth like that, you can break down the history once you have a connection, once you have a keystone and a codex. And Empress was giving us a great tale about how sometimes there's masses and masses of information. We're literally just scratching the surface because it's a renaissance in terms of there's been so much stuff that's been hidden and covered. The things that we find out in the world, out in the life, these are the things that they couldn't hide. And if there's this much on display and this much on show, how much is in those vaults? And I'm not going to mention the locations because we all know different places where things are hidden. But just imagine in terms of if they're showing you this in a museum, what's in the basement?
Yeah.
And what's in the vault? What's in the cellar? What's in the attic? And it's a case of until we get to a position where we can go 100 Moors in habit and literally just walk up to a desk and say, oh yeah, we'd like to go into the archives, please. What would you like to look at? Well, we'd like to look at this, 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 and this, and anything else that you have hidden in there. But we need to have the authority and the presence of mind to be able to do that and to move as a nation with structure. So with that, I yield the floor. Peace and Islam.
You good? You want to say something?
Come back to me.
Right.
It came past and I went somewhere.
All right. Peace, Julian.
Let's look in the chat. Can we see the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is Morasti Bay.
Oh, babe.
Solar Tariq L. Peace. Mound Builder MC. Peace.
I think they were on there yesterday, right?
Yeah, some of them were on there yesterday. Amazite. You know the deal. Amazite. We're building. Amazite is really into. Well, he's been. Well, you know, you met Amazite, so I don't need to say nothing.
He probably doesn't remember me. It was in Pittsburgh when Cujo came. We met at the library.
Right.
It was the second one. It wasn't the first one. It was the second one.
So, with his trucking and stuff,
it was a long day. He don't remember me.
So peace to Amazite. Amazite Bay, that walks like a duck. I am the cut above Bay. Peace. Let's see who else is there. Custom L, he's there.
Oh
yeah, he said
Salam.
Rob just apologized. Check my page.
Huh.
Wow. Okay. Rod just apologized. Check my page. Okay.
Yeah, he's in violation. He knows
Right.
better.
Let's see who else is there. Janai.
Holland?
Janaya.
Janaya Hollenshed.
Hiya.
Salam.
Salam. Yelly Belly.
Is that Yellow Man? Is that Yellow Man?
Yelly Belly. Peace. Let's see who else. Eon Asar Xu. He was there yesterday.
Yeah,
Peace.
okay. Salam.
Salam.
Cujo laughing. What are you laughing? Oh, he's back. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yo. So I think that's everybody, man. That's everybody, man. Oh, so that's what I should have did. I should have done. Pinned the hashtag Morse House.
Yeah, we're gonna share, but yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So that's where we go. Still gotta walk around. We've been chilling here for quite a bit.
Yeah, but I guess what I will say is that I think that it's because I was like, it's important for us to do this because when she said it was Switzerland and it was other countries that they're really trying
I didn't know about the Switzerland
to
thing.
make this a deal, we have to make a concerted effort. So we don't have to meet anywhere, we don't have to pay anybody anything. You just have to do your part. That's what I was going to say. So I know Noble Drew Ali said all we have to do is declare and proclaim that we're Moors. That's all you have to do. But in this day and age, when we're looking at the way to preserve, you need to find that activity of sharing and preserving as a way to have a conversation. Because oftentimes, remember, it's imbalance. And that's what got us in this problem in the first place, is that we have imbalance. And so I think please find some way to share something within your bloodline. If you can travel, if you can go to a museum locally, if you can do something, and share it with media, because we want to get this conversation of the genocide and the denationalization that this is, because this is against divine and natural law. People are not colors, and we are reconnecting that umbilical cord to that inheritable blood, and it is a mind and heart alignment. So you can have the mind, but your heart got to be in order too. So I definitely think I'm so happy that I decided to make this journey, because I had a previous trip that was planned, but it fell through. And so everything is divine, and I'm definitely great to be with these Moors and have this experience, because those of you that have met other Moors in person, it's an energy anyway. But like I said before, this is easy. This is easy time. And we really haven't had downtime. Like, we like, you're tired, like, nope, body is broken, but you're like, nope, I'm ready to go. So I think, because we want to see and we want to make sure that we can share it. And so I want to preserve and make the point again, like yesterday, this isn't ours. This is divinely inspired. That's why Noble Drew Ali said, I'm divinely preparing this for you. He didn't say it came from him. And we were earlier talking about this Akashic Records. So why is it that we believe that a European son accessed it, but Noble Drew Ali didn't access it? And is it like a hashtag Akashic Records store where you can just go and get this information?
www.akashicrecords.com.
So we are just preserving it, and that's the stolen legacy aspect of what we're doing. We're the custodians. So we don't want to go through what these couple hundred years of our ancestors had to go through of the Negro colored Black African American nonsense. Like, just a couple hundred years. So we're looking at the place that we're standing here from 1444 to now is still doing business, and the employees there are so accessible and aware of the information of what they're doing. So that's how we know that we're on the right path, and the vibration of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is really on the one. So preserve and share, and we need to make that intention. We still can chop heads. I'm all for it, believe you me. But we got to make the intent to share with media, to have this discussion. Do not remove our culture, because that's an act of genocide, what you're doing. And we want to also, for people that don't know, inform and give them the information so that they can do what they need to do to inform themselves. Oh, we have a petition? Does he have a petition already? I love this man.
Oh, signed the petition? Oh, wait a second. But
he has a petition.
He put, okay. Are you serious?
It's a petition already.
Signed the petition. Hold on a second.
Can you click
yeah, but I'm wondering if I could pin it though. Can I do this? Pin comment. So I'm pinning this comment. So supposedly there's a petition that they can sign. I pinned it.
See, more.
So Amazite, I pinned it right there. So I guess that's it.
Or a shout out to Amazite or whoever it is that created this.
Right here. So this came from Cujo.
Cujo. Yeah. Whoever did it, we appreciate it. And make sure you do the hashtag Mohren House, because we definitely want to make sure that we.
It's right there, a cut above. Look, it's
can
pinned.
You copy it and just paste it in the chat?
Yeah, well,
it's already in the chat.
It's pinned right here.
Oh, it is pinned.
So all you need to do is just copy it and copy it to your browser and then check it out. Port Mansa, Lamont Bay, peace.
Some interesting Instagram names here.
Yo, some of these names are quite difficult to pronounce, man. And also my mind is in relaxed mode, so a lot of the stuff.
Oh, I know, and I'm totally on that Irie thing right now.
Yeah, so there's sometimes when you're in that zone and then everything just pops, and then other times you're just in relaxed mode that you just can't, you know? So let's see. Atazas Bay, peace, thanks for joining. Islam, Port Mansa. So what were you looking at?
No, I was wondering if we paid.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
A universal. No, what is no, not universal.
Universal.
Yeah, so it is universal.
It's all right, brother.
No. So I picked it up and then I said it, and then I doubted myself. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just one of those days. Saturday. Peace. Yeah. So if you're just joining, this is where we're at.
Oh, awesome.
This is where we're at Bamberg.
Hey, get Cujo and Amazite to come on if they want to, join on real quick. Because we want to make sure that we can put some stuff out. Because if you guys have something where you
that's actually true. That's actually true. Cuss them if you want to come on, man, and say something.
Yeah, we trying to use diplomacy, brethren. So you know what I mean. We do the back channels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you want to come on, cuss them. These names, Cat
Nasty to God.
Oh, Cat Nasty to okay. You know how to break down these names pretty easy, yeah. Peace.
All right, Solar. Love right back at you.
Love right back at you.
Oh, somebody just came on Royal Gang. Is that Amazite?
Yep. Amazite. Let's see. It's taking a little time to come on.
That's all right.
Hey,
taking some time.
Peace.
You navigate.
Yeah, I'm out here in the truck doing what I do. How you doing? Peace, Empress.
Islam, how are you?
Oh, all is well. Man, this is great that y'all sharing this, because lately I started an economic group for Moors to actually that is to preserve our legacy, our culture, right? But also to get together in a community, so we can do situations like that in major numbers. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I've been doing with the Moors. To get in one area, one location, economically, to start Moors businesses, but also um, to preserve the situation of the scarcity of the food shortage, and everything that's going on. A lot of time we just go up, and study and just never apply, the knowledge, right? And to just get in the community and do for self, basically. And with Cujo having a Moorish museum, I think is a big acknowledgement to what y'all doing right now, to preserve Moorish culture, Moorish history. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
It's
can hear
loud. We
you.
can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's what I've been doing lately, though. Just trying to get Moors to come together, one community, get these Moors business together, so we can leave these colonist jobs, right? And do for self, because we look around, like even y'all up in Germany right now, right? They have a
Hmm.
they have a community, right? So that particular community have protections, but at the same time, they are basically worshiping under their own fig tree, basically. So we definitely should do that. You know what I mean? So we can stop complaining and worrying about what everybody else doing, but we need to do what we need to do. You know what I mean? So we can take trips like that. We can go dig up what they don't want to show us. You know what I mean?
I do, and I think that the surprise has been it hasn't been an issue of access. It's just having the eyes to see and the ears to hear and having that ability to intention. So I think that we can do anything that we want to because that's a part of us manifesting and finding the courage to step forward and figure out how to do it. Now we know that there has been infiltration, we have been misdirection, there's been propaganda. We got that, but we got to take small steps because everybody isn't able to do everything. We only have a starting five. Now, if you got to come off the bench, then you got to come off the bench. But the aspect of knowing what you're supposed to do is the key. So we got people that are great farmers, but they want to be a warrior.
Right.
No.
Right.
So like, it's like if I can find a way to support what you're doing, that's fine. But
Right.
everybody doesn't need to go to. I'm going to push back on my brethren and say we don't need 100 people to go to the archives. We need people that know how to research. We need people with language skills, linguistics. So we have people that are promoting research that aren't doing anything but going on vacation just like we are. As a researcher, you have to have the credentials to do. You have to have years of training. You have
Right.
to be able to, and you go to those libraries with a pen or a piece of paper. Sometimes you're not allowed any electronics, and you have to by hand transcribe that and transliterate that. And that's what we're going to have. And so that's a part of preserving. Or those of you, my brethren Sheldon, sakinamore.com, how many of you guys have bought a shirt or bought some shoes or supported the website or joined him or followed him on Instagram? Like, we have people that have talents and abilities. So that's the thing that I think on the Moorish side that we've kind of forgotten is that when you are promoting the sisters and the brethren that have those abilities, that's a part of it because we're sharing. And it doesn't even have to be Moorish. It just has to be global. So what we're saying is we're thinking on a baby step. Like that's what I'm saying. Are we who we say we are? Because
Hmm.
if we're honoring this legacy, this is global. That's why we have different religions and different cultures, and we do things different on the East Coast and the West Coast, or in the islands. We do things a little bit different, and that's fine. And we can even disagree on things, but we have to allow other Moors to shine, and we can't make sure, oh, you didn't have your fez on that day. Well, at least if you have it on one day, or you talked about Noble Drew Ali, or at least if you talked about being a Moor, that's a part of the preservation. We're anti-dogmatic, but we're still going back to the dogma. Like we have to allow people to be ourselves. We have to come and know what your purpose is so that you're able to do that. And I think we got to big up each other. And that's why I love Cujo. And we were saying this earlier, is that his heart is pure. What he does and the time he puts in for Moors, what he does is on the strength. And he allows to share this information, and he shares our personal information and people that are in the area. He's like, hey, somebody's going to call you soon, whatever. So that's the energy and vibe that we have, and we have to be grateful for that. And those of you that have had the opportunity to meet people like Taj and other people that have a pure heart, even if you disagree or you don't understand why he's doing what he's doing, most of you are on here because of what he did 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. So what we're saying is legacy and preserving, everybody is not going to do the same thing. And it's not even for us to want to do the same thing.
Right. Definitely
Oh, yes.
that's
That's my brother. Thank you.
that's a big fact. You know what I mean? Because some of the Moors, they, with the group I created, I speak to some of the Moors and I tell them some of the things I did, right? And they go, well, how you did that? And I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? I thought other Moors, like Sheldon, yourself, Cujo, we didn't have nobody to hold our hands. We just did it. You know what I mean? So this group that I created, is kind of like to get organized to what you say, like individuals that has different skill sets to do that. But I like you say, basically, um, I hear a lot of Moors complaining and just rather just doing it. You know what I mean? Just taking initiative because the prophet say this is your movement. You don't need no permission to go document or go share some or show some love, or even if you can't do nothing, like you said, share a more that doing work. Share that experience.
And remember, our cards and our paperwork is for our own salvation. We don't have to keep doing these certain things. And I get
Right.
it because we acknowledge and we've had that deprivation, or we've lost something, or maybe the house, or a vehicle, or a conveyance, or even people that have the issues with their children, or child support. We got that. But you have to be accountable for where you are. So it takes mastery. Like mastery is like 10 years at a minimum. Remember, our
Right.
ancestors went for 40, like 40 years.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Like
Right.
me coming in this like 2 minutes, and they want to be the lead. They want to be
Right. They think they
they
did
want to be the
something.
minister general, and they want to be the high priest.
Yeah, but they didn't put no work in. Like just.
Military. You didn't even put your tone in yet. You know how to clean the yet. You study strategy. Like that's what I'm saying. Like just stay in your lane, and it's all right for you to dream big and have
Right.
the courage to fail. We got that, but just stay in your lane, man. Make it easy for yourself.
I'm glad you said that because a lot of Moors out here that I be watching is like, damn, bro, you've been in a movement 4 years, bro. Hey, before I start doing something, I started studying for 8 years before I even did anything.
Right. And it's, right. And I'm the same way. Like I studied under a seer for 5 years before I started even saying anything. Like
Right.
the only present that I did was in 2012 when I presented pictures that oh yeah, they start playing the music. All right.
That's not
When I,
sound music. What do you call it? Our soundtrack.
right when I did the presentation of the pictures of the Morris pharmacies and all that. But before I started saying anything, I was under seer for studying with a seer for at least 5 or 6 years before I started saying everything. So just to add on to what you're saying, that's what I find more should be doing. And I only talked about what I learned. I didn't talk about anything. You don't hear me. There's certain things that you never hear me mention. It's because I don't have enough wisdom, knowledge / wisdom in that area. So if I don't know about it, I don't talk about it. You
But
want to know?
see,
I'll direct you.
you responsible. See, you know what I mean? Like we get it. Like we responsible. We're not, like you saying, they got a lot of Moors out here, right? They talk about stuff that they didn't really actually study or went to go see for themselves, and that's basically what you're saying, because you gotta study, right? So how could you
Right,
want to be a teacher and stuff and all that, and you haven't studied? Because guess what, a student is not going to remain a student, but a teacher is always going to be a student. You know what I mean? And
right.
and I appreciate all the stuff that you did, brother. Including and come down to the shoes, the clothing line and stuff, bro. When I first saw you on Cujo channel, you was like, man, I'm in Germany. I'm over here, and I'm like, whoa, whoa. You know what I'm saying? We got this brother, on the other side that goes back and forward, and sharing stuff that we would never ever see. Without actually going at ourselves and having the knowledge to even recognize it. You know what I mean?
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, and I just want to show that aspect of it because when I went to Vietnam, when I did the Moors in Vietnam, and I was at the factory and I was showing the deities that they had at the entrance of the factory, and how Wan Kong was the protector of the business, and Tuli Kong was the protector of the workers within the business. And that protection extended from when they left the factory all the way to when they got home to their families, right? And them honoring their lineage and their ancestors, and how when they create these figurines, what they do to bring the soul from, let's say they carve it out of wood and all that, it's still a dead
it's still a dead entity until they either light specific coals and put them in the eyes so that the eyes then ignite, type of thing, right? And once that happens, then the spirit enters that structure and then gives it life, and then the protection starts. So I was just showing that, as well as, I think, did I ever present pictures of when I went to Angkor Wat? I can't remember if I did that, but just that instance.
What's the one with the beer company?
So, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's the name of that beer company?
All right, okay, sure. You might have to move. You want to move? You don't want to walk around?
Well, we can finish up and just keep vibing for a minute.
But anyways,
what's the name of that beer company? The one you had showed.
The beer company?
Yeah, the beer company. What's the name of it?
I'll put it in the chat. There was one that was THCHER, Tucher beer.
Yeah.
That has the Moor's head. Let's see if that did it post. Yeah, there it is. It has the Moor's head, the crown over it, but then there's Mohren brow, which is MOHREN which is like Mohren brow, and that's from Austria, right? And so it's all over the place. So these are the things that I see what Kujo's saying. Keep more. Kujo's posting keep more in business names near Europe. It's not only the business names, but it's the street names. It's all of that, because they've been talking about getting rid of it, and they've been talking about this for years. And then when I spoke to the woman at the tea shop, she when I mentioned Berlin, she's like, yeah, she heard about Berlin as well, and I don't know if they removed it from Berlin. And here's the thing: we were gonna go to Berlin, had Asana and Empress stayed longer, because Berlin, you travel there, you stay a day, and then you travel back. So it would have been 3 days. Had they been here longer, we would have went to Berlin, we went to Mohren, and hopefully it still would have been there, the name, right? And I would have taken you to the statue of von Zeiten, where you see him with a fez, with the tassels, with the feather in it, with the cape. I would have taken you there. So those pictures in 2012. I showed the pictures in 2012 when I was there, but I was gonna take you there live and do a live and show it, but we just didn't have enough time.
Okay.
So, and I mean, I could do it myself. I would love to show them what it's like, so that they experience it for themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, so yeah, unfortunately, but Sneaker Pete, peace, friend Sneaker Pete. He's the one. I've said it before. He's the one who brought me out here to work for Puma.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one. He's the one that I met doing my internship. He was in advanced design, doing his grad project, and then he graduated. He went to work for Puma. I went back to Vancouver to finish my grad project with Adidas in Portland. And I thought I was gonna get a job at Adidas, and he told me Puma was hiring, and I sent my CV. So I give him limitless respect. Always. Even if I haven't spoken to him for years, I still consider him a very, very, very good friend. Him and his wife Jazzy and their 2 children. Yeah, man. So peace and love, Pete, and peace and love to Jazzy. Say what's up to Jazzy for me.
That's love.
Yeah. So all of that said, so preserving it is really important, and like I said, it's frustrating for me to see people taking it for granted, because I'm on the international side, right?
Right.
So hopefully, this is something that we can help start preserving. And yeah, the stuff I'm going to talk to
Well, I'm definitely,
These
I'm definitely gonna push it, man. I'm definitely gonna promote that link, man, so we can get more on that petition to actually preserve that, and actually, use our voice, man, because it's important, man. It's real important, man, that we just don't look on the surface and just think about, our location in America, man. We are a global nation, man.
And give thanks for that. And that's why we said we want to make sure that everybody finds a way that they can participate. And shout out to Indiana Territory, NAPTOwn representing in the mean. But I think it's important for us to recognize the brethren and the sisters that are across the pond or wherever you are. Find a way to do your research, because we still have Nagas. We have ancient temples in Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam. There's a lot of information that's global. And again, shout out and honors to Bobby Hemmett, because he made that possible for me to travel to Angkor Wat. Like, we got to give honors in this preservation. And even in the Negro Black color stuff, he was saying we're a global people. He was the only one at that time that was saying that. So I think that we got to give honors there. Universal people before this. So I think that, and shout out to, what's that? Oh, that's cool, Joe. I don't know what he said, but yeah, so we give thanks. So find your way to preserve something about our culture, guys, in whatever way you can.
Was that Panefa Stoof? Dina?
Touch?
Yeah, man.
It's okay, bro.
Don't worry about it. I shared it to a lot of Moors, man. So you're gonna get these weird names, man. I shared it to a lot of Moors. I'm sorry.
And also, make sure you guys, if you know anybody in media, like, we got to counter even that Vice nonsense that was happening. There were lots of things in there on multiple parts where
I got a media
got some
company.
questions, but we gotta counter. So whatever we can publish or find ways to create. So even spoken word, even we got many brothers and sisters doing music, short film, documentary, anime. Like, whatever you can do, we want to find a way to have the discussion. And it doesn't have to be about Moorish history, but we can find a way to drop jewels in like they do with Mordo or For More or whatever. Like, find those ways that we can take back the things that we taught them in helping us preserve what we need to do.
What's that? Hashish Assassinel? Is that right? Am I pronouncing that right?
Hashish Assassin. Oh, okay. That's a type of
okay. I mean, Massachusetts. I mean, sure. I mean, at some point, when I come back to Canaanland or something like that,
we can do it virtual. So I mean,
there's also that's true, and it's virtual. And
yeah, well, we got a metaverse. We got a metaverse, and I also got a TV. I also got a TV network. It's just laying dormant.
Oh, so check this out. Cujo said that they blocked their counter video on the Vice. Oh, wow. Look at that.
So even like websites, domains, like people that have it, like some of us have knowledge on the business side, on the creative side. Find your way to create something where we can have it. So it's not even, we can use the platform, but we want to make sure that we back up all your data, your videos, whatever you're doing on your platform.
Right.
So find ways to intelligent what we're doing, so we can use the platform while we have it, but we already know the censorship is coming, so we can't let it stop there. But at least we want to put it on the record. It's better. What's it? Oh, Yusef is in the building?
Oh, Yusef. Okay.
What's up?
No, it says it's better. It's better Yusef Mutadi. Yes. If that. Oh, so it's Yusef. Okay.
Oh yes.
Yes.
On,
yes. Put Yusef. Well, not this Hashish assassin.
No, that's what I was like. What type of time you on?
But this is one thing I want you to tell.
Yeah, we're doing a video.
It's something I wanted to tell all my German friends. Do not let anybody tell you that Mohren is negative. I just want to say this, and you can research this yourself. All of you know that more MOHR or Moro or there's Moro, there's Moros, all of that goes back to Latin Morus, Maurus, or Greek Moros, M-A-U-R-O-S. You all know this. Now then, Morus and Morus goes back to M-A-U-R, which was on the walls of ancient Egypt since 3200 BC. You can find that in the Egyptian Hieroglyphics Dictionary by E.A. Wallace Budge, Volume 1. And if I remember, it's on page 266. At the bottom right-hand corner, and it says, the meaning of Mor is the title of the high priests of Anu. Y'all in Europe already know the history of Anu. In North America, it's not so much taught, but here it is. You all know who Anu is, the god who's responsible of creating life on this planet, the Sumerian god. So it goes back to that, and it's on the Palermo stone in Palermo, Italy, and that deals with the first 5 dynasties of ancient Egypt, which goes back to at least 3200 BCE, which predates Greek by at least 1,000 years. And it's M-A-U-R, so that is the root where Greek and Latin took it from. So do not let anybody tell you that Mohen is something negative and it needs to be removed, and don't even let anybody looking like me with my dark skin saying that it's anything negative, because they don't know the history. All right, that's where it stems from. And like I said, find an Egyptian Hieroglyphics Dictionary by E.A. Wallace Budge, Volume 1. It says it in there. If you don't want to take that, I also did a video of when I went to New Zealand, and in the Maori language, the word Maori, M-A-U-R-I, exists, and it also goes back to 3000 BCE, which also predates Greek by 800 years, and it means life force. All right? So it has nothing to do with anything negative. So do not let anybody tell you that it is. And this information is in the Wellington Museum, where it has the whole history of how the Maori went there and settled and everything like that. And that's in their language, which predates Greek by at least 800 years. All right? So that is partial history. It has nothing to do with negative. And then when you start getting into treaties and all that, the name Moor is in treaties. So if you erase that from history, you're in sense saying that those treaties that were written before have no meaning. And then our people can't tie to those treaties that are around the world. So do not let them do it. That is true history. Don't let anybody that looks like me saying, oh, it's negative and black and this and black. There's no such thing as a black. No such thing as a black person. We're not adjectives. Just like you aren't white, you're German. Right? Or Italian or whatever. So don't let... Yes, I know in the stores, you know, when you go to the music section, it says black music, whatever. But fine, you keep that, whatever. But just do not let them get rid of Mohen, and that is the history of it. Let them know the history. And like I said, do that research yourself. I have the Hieroglyphics Dictionary at home. You can get it on Amazon. I don't even know how much it is on that. Yeah. When I got it, it was cheap. Yep. Last time I checked it, the price is going up. But that's the history of it. And it, like I said, at least 3200 BCE. When you start going further and further back, Morians and all that, it gets older and older and older. All right?
Man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate all of y'all, man. But I really appreciate the work that you do, brother. I really do, man. And man, you know, we in touch, man.
All right. Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, we already built online, and I know that we'll be doing business.
Right.
Definitely. Right. You will like in touch to just touch base as well. But also, I know that for sure we'll be doing business in the future for sure. Like that's
right. For sure, bro. Yes.
Yeah.
So those of you that haven't headed to SakinaMoore.com today, you already messed up. So you in violation on number 1. Keep Moore's business. And so we're making sure we're going to get some shoes today. And I wish he had some shirts because I'm not even out there on social media, but we about to really promote and support. Want to say two things. The Danube River has something key in it, is the Anu. So when we're talking about Anu, it's hidden all over the place. That's number one. One of the definitions of teacher in Hebrew is Mohren. So when we're looking at things, it's like we have the skills and the ability to counter the negative. Like we got to have the balance and the polarity. So when we're having people that make these claims, if we can go back between Greek, Latin, Maori, Hebraic, Semitic, Proto-Indo-European, PIE, like what we're Sanskrit. So what we're doing is finding ways to show that this is not even valid and it's still genocide. So what we're doing is you're trying to remove our culture and we're not allowing you to do it. So those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, we're coming. Just like in the Vice video, he kept saying that, oh, Boris is going to get our retribution. No, you're going to get your retribution.
Big fan.
Because you're in violation. And Noble Drew Ali should be bopping you upside your head right now. Because that's so, like, of all the things that are being thrown at us today, this is your biggest threat. And so more that are on the finance, I'm with you. We on finance too, but we're not trying to sell people some disrespectful stuff or not send you something when you paid for it. And we're not trying to charge you information that doesn't belong to you. It's your job to preserve. So what we're doing is, however you can find a way to support, I've always supported Moors. That's what you're supposed to do. So if you're not paying something to somebody, and I know finances is tight, people are losing their jobs, people don't have certain things, do what you have to do to make sure you take care of yourself and your loved ones. But when you find a way to support more, even if it's doing something on social media, we got it. Nobody's trying to say you got to do all this stuff to be a real Moor. So we just want to kind of put that out there. That the key and the vibe is, this is unity, this is international, this is divine and national. Divine and international. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Get active. Get busy.
Oh, we got somebody put some things in the chat.
Let us not forget about our orphans. Our orphans more as Catholics take our children at a young age and set a bad foundation.
Well, we got a lot of brothers and sisters that set a bad foundation for their children. So I get that that's an issue, but we got more people that look like us that are doing more damage to our own progeny. So we recognize it. So this is the accountability. Like, we recognize things that are out of our control. You're not going to find a way to defeat that anyway. We were in the Jesuit church. That was the church that had the honoring of Miriam on one side with candles, and on the other side there's a big painting of the son with his sword over the head of the woman, and he had slain all of the matriarchs prior to. So that's why the energy in that church was BS.
Yeah. Just to add to what the Empress is saying.
Are you in the camera? Let me know.
It's coming back off of it's coming back off of the Empress. There was a comment that was made,
so that when he speaks, you can hear it. That's what I was covering.
There was a comment that was made in the chat. Apologies for not remembering the brother or the sister, the affiliation of the brother and sister that made the comment, but about preserving our generational wealth. And I wanted just to mention, in terms of everything that's been discussed in this live, in this build, from the Empress to Brother Sheldon, to what he's doing with Sakina Moore, to us being here in Bamberg in front of the Mohren House. This is all preservation of that generational wealth. But we also have to remember, in terms of how we preserve that wealth and what forms wealth come in. Wealth is information. Wealth is the finance. Wealth is the access. But the problem we've had for such a long time is, even if you're able to preserve it, the question is, how long are you able to preserve it? If you're able to preserve it for 1 generation, 2 generations, that's nice, but it's useless. In terms of, our ancestors used to think 7 generations ahead from now. So if you're thinking 7 generations ahead, that means the next generation after you is thinking 7 generations ahead. In 2 generations, you've already got essentially 14 generations worth of work already laid out. So we were building earlier on, and we were discussing this idea of, obviously it's part of the journey,
many malls or wherever you are in terms of your knowledge of self, people tend to get conflated with, I'd say, conspiratorial theory and amalgamating it with the information, which is not bad because conspiracy does exist, but we need to have discernment of spirit and obviously a demarcation in terms of our deductive reasoning as to what is essential for now. And I say all this to say it in terms of the generational thinking ahead. If you're saying that you're currently in the throes of a plan that was established or situated 1,000 years ago, without being negative, let's be realistic. What are you going to do today when you're in year 999, for example? And it's not being negative, it's about having that holistic mindset in terms of we can always combat and pivot from where we're from, but it's about thinking, how do we change the position from the defensive, not so much go on the offensive, but in terms of how do we be active and not passive in terms of all of our actions. So that's all I wanted to add to camel back off of the Empress's wisdom, also Brother Sheldon's wisdom, and with that I'll yield the floor.
Hey, Sheldon, right quick.
Yo.
Before I get off, man,
Yep.
in a couple of weeks, man, about like 4 weeks from now, I'm revamping the Amazite Bay show, man. I would love to for you to be a guest on that if you like.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, bro.
Okay. Peace, man. I'm
Absolutely.
I'm definitely
Thanks,
gonna
and give
reach out
thanks
to you.
Yeah, for sure. And give thanks for having me, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
man.
it. Peace out.
Oh, Icon.
Peace, brother, Icon.
One, brethren. Where you been then, brother?
Beautiful to see you all together. Yeah. Peace, brother Icon.
I'll be on Moors in blackface. Okay, we see you.
All right, Amazite. Peace and love, bro. Amazite just clicked off. Yeah.
Icon, you better jump on it before we leave. Icon, go ahead.
Let me see how much battery I got left. Okay, 10% battery. Yeah, I mean, if
we got charged, man. Icon, you better click that link. What did Cujo say? What do you say?
click the link. Click the link, man. Click the link, man. Click the link.
Icon, you owe us. You in debt, yo. You in the red, and we don't mean red fez, maroon fez. You in the red, man. Icon, click the link. Who's laughing? Oh, that's Amazite.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
No, that's Cujo. Okay, no. Icon and QB.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Make sure, get that battery pack ready for this one.
Oh yeah. There he is.
I got my fez on.
Look get that fez on, man.
I'm on fez on.
Yeah, see, you ran to get it on. You ran to put it on. You're like, wait, let me run, get it.
How are you doing, man? Great to see you, Empress Khalifa, as usual. The Mother Queen.
Islam.
I wish I was there with you guys, but it's so beautiful to see you. I can see the happiness. I've been watching all the live.
Yeah, we know it's early, but I guess for you it's not that early, but for across the pond, it's a little early for him.
Yeah, I'm up.
How you been?
I'm been good, man. Been good.
What you saying today?
Well, I was on a bill last night for a few hours as me as usual, and then wake up, I was listening to something. But I'm just here, chilling, full joy in the weather. It's beautiful weather in the UK.
Really? When did they have beautiful weather in the UK? It's like once a year?
1 week. 1 week out of the year.
Look at that.
Just ask.
Look at that beauty. Look at that.
Whoa! What?
Wow.
It's divine, man.
Wow.
Usually it's like gray and rain.
So we have it here too. Okay.
Wow.
Good.
Peace, brother. How you doing?
So Empress Khalifa, why is your fez different than everyone else as usual?
What are you saying?
So why is your fez different than every?
Yeah, why is
You should give me you hear my even break. Now I know I just free, but you know how Moors be speaking with a forked tongue. So it's a Torah bush. So you'll see red ones. You'll see all different colors, typically red and black. But I have all types of fezzes, and I didn't feel like bringing it because I didn't want to destroy it in the travel, because I'm going to be traveling 2 weeks after I leave these moors. But I saw a Mason and his whole potentate crew at the airport with his little black case, and I'm like, man, if I had mine, I would have pulled it out. So I know next time that I will definitely have travel ones, just so that I have it for that energy, because I definitely want to keep that time and space separated. But yeah, so I found a way to just honor in my locks, because I was like, I don't want to take down all of this stuff just because, you know, I mean, shit is important and I love them, but I ain't doing all that.
Love you, Morris. Love you. Keep doing
doing.
I love you.
What'd you say?
That's I love you, Morris. I'm tuning. I'm watching the lives, learning. You know what I mean, getting all the information. It's great to see you visiting places and sharing it with the nation. It's beautiful, very beautiful.
Awesome.
I saw Study Moore yesterday in his green fez. I saw Study Moore came on live in it, and his green fez. Yeah.
We earlier, and he was like, "Nah, I just woke up yet." So he came on briefly just to show honor and put it on. And we had saw a green fez at the church earlier that day. So it was right on, and it was Friday. It was divine. So give thanks for seeing you, and we'll try to do one stereo this summer before the summer is over. We can we'll see if you still on there, just so we can maybe recap or do something. We just want to find a way to share and use the platform. You still have the radio show?
Yeah, I just started back last week. So yes, I'm doing the show on Wednesdays now. Yeah.
All right, so cuss them, and we'll have a little reunion tour. You know.
Brother Sheldon, are you on Clubhouse, Brother Sheldon? Are you in Clubhouse?
I am on Clubhouse. I just have to start, because I was doing on Clubhouse. I was doing Are You Aware of the Messages You Receive, right? And I had those doing those for a while. Obviously, I started that on stereo, and then I switched it over. But I just have to build up the rhythm of Clubhouse and knowing how it works, because a lot of times I've started shows and I didn't realize that you just have to literally stay on until somebody joins you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be like 30 minutes before somebody joins you.
Yeah.
So the first what I would do is I would start a show, and then after 10 minutes I'm like, okay, nobody's here, I'd shut it off, right?
I think
so.
I think going forward, the platform we're gonna use, because you get more on Clubhouse, because I'm trying to learn. I'm learning to do it. I did my first show on it last night. I'm just learning about this. I think that's where I'm gonna put the platform. I don't think I'm gonna go up to stereo, because you get more people on Clubhouse. Yeah, you gotta get more people on Clubhouse.
To be more of a mature level on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Stereo really kicious and immature, right? So but I think we're gonna do a stereo tonight anyways. When we get back, we just jump on and chop it up.
Yo, man, you gotta find a way. Come on now, we gotta
I'm definitely gonna be there. Definitely gonna be there, mother. Definitely gonna be there. Can't have Empress Khalifa on there. I'm not. Come on. If it was for sure, I probably wouldn't be there. But Empress Khalifa is gonna be there. I have to be there.
Oh, that energy last time.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even saying nothing, man.
Yeah, he brought it back.
I'm not even mentally in that space right now.
Yeah, way to bring it back, Icon.
So Morris, I'm kind of a new name now. I got a new name for Albion. Yeah, I've just learned this. Have you heard of Baratanak?
Baratanak?
Yes.
Repeat that, please. Repeat the back one.
Baratanak.
Yeah, the Barata links back to the ancient name of Hindustan.
The Phoenicians.
Yeah, it's Phoenician, but yeah, we're still linked back to Hindustan.
Yes. No, but that was the ancient. No, that was the ancient name for England, for Britain. Baratanak.
Yeah.
Baratanak.
Yeah.
Remember, it's the same.
Baratanac.
Remember, it's the ba. It's the ba. Remember the ka and the ba. Ba ra.
And it's got the ra. It's got the ba and ra in it. Yes.
Like Tom, Amaru, Tamari. Like, okay, we studied brethren. Okay.
Yes. So I think I'm going to change the group name from Albion to Baratanak Moors.
We'll give you a job every now and then.
You keep burning out the Albion, yeah?
This will have to give you that graduation degree. As of now, you're still Albion Moors with blackface. what she says is our level. Matter of fact, I'll even say this. Asanaya is clearly a Baratanat Moor because he actually met up. Y'all still haven't met up yet. So I'm putting it on y'all.
Sheldon, you couldn't
Met up
leave
with
it.
Yeah, and my brother here came to check me.
Sheldon, you
So
can't help
yeah,
yourself. Kenny, you can't help yourself, Sheldon. I know it's all right. I'll take it.
boom.
It's cool.
Divine right there. That's justice.
But it's always beautiful to see them, but I can feel the energy. It's like I'm not there, but I can feel it. And it's so beautiful, Morris. Keep up the wonderful job. And definitely get some information so we can learn. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a to finally put the face to the wonderful voice. What did I call you? Ganesh? DJ Ganesh, right? DJ Ganesh. Yeah, so Cthulhu. So we will see
And
you, but we will be.
Mother. Definitely. Definitely, you're as beautiful as though you sound. It's so beautiful to see, put the face to you too. Definitely.
Somebody look at Cujo.
And the Barata
Custom.
Like,
okay. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna jump on stereo tonight after we get back.
And we're gonna eat some Ethiopian 2 days in a row. So you know what I mean? Abyssinian,
yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, Morris. Have a blissful day. I'll talk soon. But Asanaya.
Peace, brother Akon.
Peace.
And when I get back, we'll build. We'll link up.
Really? Are you
wonderful? I'm glad to see you. You made the step before me, and it's great to see the connection. I'm glad to see you make the step. You know what I mean, to reach your brother Sheldon and Empress Khalifa, because I know me was on the journey. So it's beautiful to see that you did that, and I'm glad that you did. Wonderful, brother.
Understand, bro. In terms of sometimes we need to make steps in order to allow for things to unfold, but we're all still collective knowledge, brother.
Yes, my brother.
So we can bring back the era we're starting up again. So again, we can go back to the divine and international, as we've always been saying.
And that's the new hashtag. So we got hashtag Mohren House, divine and international. You know what I mean? We got to do this, guys. We can still chop the scimitar. We can hit the dirty Moors, but we got to make the counter because we got too much, this vice, all this other stuff, people coming at us. And we got to really counter that. And any way that we can find that and you can contribute, that's in the divine and national to honor Noble Drew Ali. Islam.
Peace, Mars.
Peace,
brother.
Last shout outs in the chat. Anybody else coming through?
See.
Jaguar Soul. Shout out to you.
Jaguar Soul, peace and love. International Morse love. Exciting. That's solar. Right?
Oh, brother is in the building.
My brother.
Brother is.
Want to come on real quick?
Brother is get me hype. GMH.
GMH
but
in the house.
You know, if Brother Is gets on, we're gonna be on here for like
another
2 hours.
Definitely.
Woke him up, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's true. That is true.
KG Cabell.
KG Cabell. Peace. Okay.
I think Jaguar Soul. Y'all are hilarious. Hey, this is just for free. This is for free.
So I should be reading comments from there. Yeah. All right, man.
Peace,
all right. Salam,
peace,
salam.
Salam.
Salam, brother.
His brother is coming on. Hit the link.
And just before Brother Is comes on, and while Brother Sheldon is going through the comments, there's a theme that has been so apparent to me, just adding to what Brother Icon said about taking steps. And nothing more has been, it's never been more apparent to me than while making this journey and making these travels that they say that fate is when preparation meets opportunity and they come together. Be prepared, Moors. In any way, shape or form, because you never know when these opportunities present themselves to you and give you the opportunity to enrich yourself, enrich the nation, and enrich others around you. So with that, I yield, but I just wanted to mention that when preparation meets opportunity, it's fate. Islam.
Oh, Brother Is love. I'm clicking the link. Amen.
Yeah, because he knows if the hypeness begins when he comes on, we're on here for like we're gonna miss the train going back, all of that.
Actually, should we get Brother Is when we schedule the stereo? We get Brother Is to jump on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, so Brother Is, you got to jump on the stereo tonight when we jump on. All right.
And Custom L, you better be there.
And Custom L
on your
too.
best behavior.
Peace, boys.
Yeah. All right. Peace and love, brother Icon.
Peace and love. Peace and love, brother Icon.
All right.
Yo, that's
so
crazy, mad crazy.
So let's see. Oh, so what? We signing out, or are we waiting a couple more comments? I just signed the petition. That's fire, bro. That's
Amazite.
Amazite, yeah.
The petition.
Oh, brother is. Oh man.
Yeah, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah. Come on, brother is, man. I need. Oh,
that was. It only lasted so long, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't know who that. Unless you knew who that was.
QB4. I don't know who QB4 was. If you're still there, brother is. I want you to take it easy on us, all right? Please.
I can't get too high.
Take it easy on us because we brother, take it easy on us, please, because there's a. You see, because he knows he's ready to fire on us. Look at his face. Listen, man, I got some stuff for you. Please take it easy on us. We want to keep the train. We still gotta eat. After we eat and we go back, we're gonna have the stereo. Then you can come up. But like I said, take it easy on us. You see his face? He knows he's got.
I even told brother is. Where we're at right now. Where we're at right now outside the Mohren House is called Ion. So can you get the? It's just behind you there.
Ion?
Just Ion.
Oh yeah.
Where? Huh? Oh.
And it's in front of the Mohren House.
Right.
It's the Iron for God.
Right.
Look at his face. All right, drop it.
Brother is. Long brother.
Hit that guy.
Okay, so here we go.
Yo, I saw y'all pull up yesterday. Was like, what? Like week, month, summer, season, you name it. Y'all made it.
You say he's
trying to repeat that again? Please.
I said I saw y'all come on yesterday. And that just made my day. It just made everything. The day, the week, the month, the year, the hour, the second.
Man.
Thanks, brother.
Yo, this is beautiful right now. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
It's his tea.
And no, I don't have my fez on, but got something else on though. That's just something else, not always a fez.
The brimmed fez, as you say, brother.
Yeah, sometimes you represent different players. So, like, o'clock in the morning,
you see how slick he is, right? He's got the headphones to match it. Yeah. Because he's crispy like that. Right? And he also knows that the green underneath the brim matches the green of the star. He knows all of that, you know. He knows all of that. He was planned that shit.
Had to. But listen, I can't start long. I can't start my day. Gotta get my dad up soon. So I just wanted to say peace and love. And if we see you, they all see you. Much love. And what time do you guys want to do stereo tonight?
Okay, so our appointment at the restaurant is at 7. Probably be there until about 9.
Yeah, it's going.
And then it's probably gonna be but then tomorrow around the city. So we're going to the trial area, right? Remember trial area. So we'll probably do
we know it's gonna be longer than we anticipate, so we'll probably say 10:30, 11.
Yeah, our time. So minus 6 hours. Or
is it 7?
Yeah, because you're East Coast. You're East Coast, right, bro?
No, he's all the way to West.
What's that?
I'm in the East.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So 6 hour difference.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll jump on but then it can't be on too long because
we already know how it's gonna go. Like we plan to sit here for maybe 15 minutes or an hour. And
but so we'll see. But it's gonna be probably around 10 o'clock our time around there. So it's gonna be 4 o'clock your time around there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that works. We'll be clear sometime. No problem. All right. Peace and love to y'all. Asanaya, I see you. I still see you.
Oh, hit an icon with his schedule. Give thanks.
There's love.
Okay. All right. Give thanks, brother Is. Islam. All right, brother Is. Someone else's journey.
Uh-oh. What we got here?
Scott.
Salah, how y'all doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I just wanted to tell y'all I appreciate y'all doing this and bringing us all over from all over together.
Give thanks.
I just got off work not too long ago, so I'll be doing 12-hour shifts and stuff, so I ain't gonna be able to be on stereo tonight, but I appreciate y'all and seeing y'all faces. I done heard some of y'all on stereo.
Right.
Hey, pardon us, we got a little spicy. I mean, and I'm speaking for myself, but give thanks for
it's all good. I'm on my best behavior right now.
Hey, we're trying. We're striving. Let me correct myself.
Yeah, I'm on my best behavior. I ain't got one of my fezzes on. I got a few fezzes too. Whole bunch of turbans over there.
Hey, you honoring, brother. Yeah. That's always it's the vibe and the energy we building. Like you can't take a shower in the fez. You know what I mean? We know you gotta take it off at some point. We give more some grace. It's no worries.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I got something on. I got one of the flags in the back, you know. But yes. I'm glad to know y'all out there in Germany taking care of yourselves and spitting a whole bunch of knowledge, boy. I don't know all that knowledge, but I'm learning.
And we were all learning at a point too, and that's why we still learning, and we give thanks for, and that's why I said when we're here in front of Mohren House, the preservation of the legacy of what it means. So 1444, when whoever did this, who knew how many years or hundreds of years later it was important for it to be preserved, for us to come here at this time and space to be able to recognize that and be able to have the eyes to see for those signs and symbols. So we're all starting at a point, and you have something to contribute. We all do. Everybody doesn't need to be out front. Everybody doesn't need to be a warrior. Everybody doesn't need to be the head or a grand sheik or whatever. We just need to find ways to honor, live on those principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and make sure that we're preserving, because we got to counter that. We can still chop heads. We can still scimitar.
Yeah, but you know, nationality is still the order of the day.
Of the day, and people that have to be able to align themselves. So if you're not identifying as a Moor, proclaiming it, declaring it, leave Moorish business to Moors. Right. If you want to learn something from Moors, interview Moors, and we're going to have different experiences, and we're all not going to agree, and that's fine still. But we can't have people that don't have their status in order, which is the first issue at law, before they can speak on something they don't have the ability to. That's hearsay. That's dismissal. Yeah. You were not.
Yeah, I be tripping them.
Issue to be discussed.
I be tripping them out at work when I tell them I'm not black.
And that's the conversation, because somebody that's listening, you know they're not listening, because it's happening to us right now. We've been dropping information, sharing things, and people have found ways to acknowledge or smile or just give us good vibration. So I think that it's definitely important. However we can contribute, and even that missionary aspect of proclaiming it. You're breaking the spell. That's done. That curse is done. We just got to be able, for those people that have that tool, so we can find a way to leave a little bit on a stereo, leave a little bit on Instagram. Canaanland Morris Cujo, pure heart. Sure. So we talk about dedication he does and the way he does it. I agree. Sometimes I don't. But my brother has a pure heart. And he's doing it on that strength, and how many Moors can even say that? How many Moors are even staying in the game as long as he had? So if we did a live and have people come on and do testimonials about Cujo, everything that he does is based on the honor of Noble Drew Ali and those principles. And so however you can honor Noble Drew Ali and honor your ancestors, that's what you can do. And that's all it is, to proclaim and declare. You've already done that by breaking the curse. But we got to preserve, because now we're removing the things. Uh-oh. What does it say? Instagram. We got some kind of notification from Instagram.
I guess it's about the time, because I guess we've been on long enough, so it's probably going to cut off soon.
Yeah.
Well, give thanks more for chiming in. Go
Give
ahead.
thanks.
Yeah. All right, salam. Y'all be at peace and safe in y'all travels.
Give thanks.
Give thanks.
Peace and love, more. Peace and love, Noble.
Peace and love.
All right, cuss down.
All right, so I guess we're about to sign out before, I guess there's like a couple minutes left. So peace and love. Custom L, come on real quick.
Yes.
All right, real quick. Let's hopefully it stays, man. Hopefully it doesn't cut off. Let's see if Custom L can come on. Let's see.
You click the link, huh?
Let's see.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, boys? You know today's party day, so I was just getting ready and all that. We're out here.
What?
Good to see you, Morris.
Let
me get my Khalifa. Let me get my Khalifa going on right now. Let me get my Khalifa going.
Hey,
what's good, boys? Great build.
We're here. We've been sitting down here for like a few hours just in front of it. You know what I mean? Just chilling. Yeah. These guys had me eating cake for breakfast. I'm breakfast and things.
We throwing shit. I can't believe y'all eating cake so early in the morning. It's vegan. Well, what's in it? Is it vegan?
It's vegan.
You know what? Hey, let me taste a piece of your cake. Hold on. He told the waitress, they made me take a piece of cake. Can you go ahead and get me? This was real good. Like double chicken. And he ate the whole thing. And after he trashed us for eating this thing, you know what I mean? More. You know what I'm saying?
These Moors. These bad Moors.
This is so much unity, right? I just want to bring it back to what you said yesterday, man. If this isn't unity, Cujo, I don't know what is.
I don't know what is. If that's not unity, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
I don't know what is.
Honest to you, Grand Sheik, for reaching out to me personally yesterday. Massive love for that.
You already know. Speaking about what Sheldon was saying earlier about these Moors with their IG names or whatever, I didn't even know that was you until I went on the thing.
The changes come, Grand Sheik. So far, and just literally just for all the knowledge that we've absorbed during this trip, I have to set up a brand new Instagram just to be able to kind of host it all because it deserves its own commemorated. But I just went to write you up. It really touched me for the simple reason. Throughout my time entering this movement, you've always shown me warmth. And just how to be a du jour more from day one in terms of just study self, and try and connect, or not even try, strive to connect with those that are moving in the same direction as you. And I'm here with them. It was only a couple of months ago that we were just voices in stereo, and now we're in person.
A whole different vibe.
Brother Sheldon is less than an hour and a half away from me by flight. That's a weekend trip. I could come and see Brother Sheldon nearly every week, every month. Where there's a will, there's a way. So I really just want to thank you for that, Grant, and just the continuous encouragement and the strength of heart. I really give you honest with that. Peace.
That's love, man. You already know we learn from the Moor Avengers. We're just carrying on the tradition that the Moor Avengers and everybody else, put out there for us to follow. You know what I mean? That's ultimately what it is, just carrying on the tradition of the great Moors before us.
Add to that, I want to shout out. I know Brother Iz came on earlier. Again, same honors to Brother Iz.
Love to Brother Iz.
It's something.
Brother Icon. There's a lot, Brother Icon.
Honors to Brother Iz. Noble hearts
is something else.
Noble hearts. And just to, as quote unquote, they call me the neophyte.
Neo, it's funny when Cujo says it. Neo.
better experience as a new Moor can get when you're connected with Moors that have been. I was talking to the Empress and Brother Sheldon were building yesterday, and I think collectively between them they have like over 50 years of like experience just together collectively in terms of knowledge. And we were talking about it, right? In terms of but wait, what we say even before knowledge yourself, in terms of more science. What you're up to the point in terms of the stages you're talking about, how you go from. I gave the example that I'm vegan now, but I didn't start off as a vegan. So kind of like looking at that transitional journey when I went to a pescatarian, now I'm a vegan. It's kind of like looking at that transition, but you learn everything at every stage. And kind of like one theme that we've been discussing while we've been here is the idea of perfection and the perfection and imperfection, and kind of like you're always perfect depending on what stage kind of like you're it from, and it's not a linear sort of thing. Time is so at the end of the day, regardless of where you are, you're always in your perfect state. It just takes time for you to acknowledge that, and then from where you are. So still to say these studious and nobles have met me where I am. Sorry, they met me where I was, and I've come to this point. So with that, I yield the floor. Islam. Thanks, Banshee.
All right, man.
Salam Noob.
Small Island.
Salam Noob. So all the food is ready for today and everything?
Yo, you already know 5 principles is gonna be going in, yo. Can't wait.
Like FedEx some food to Germany.
Take pictures of our food, man.
Can't wait. Just teasing myself with some porridge right now till I get down there later.
Yeah, just to tie you over until
just to hold me over, yo.
Yeah.
Got my little porridge and my granola bar.
I'm gonna give a story. So I think I bought some music in like 2014 or 2013. I don't know. And my history is that when you email or call a Moor, it might take a whole 6 months, 6 weeks to get a response. He responded to me the same day. I was so shocked. I was like, oh my God. Here's the link, here's the music to make sure you get it. So what I'm saying is, when I'm saying that Cujo's heart is pure and he does this dedication, it's very rare. It's very rare. And we got to make sure that we give honors to him for what he sacrifices, what he puts in, what he does. And the way that he be chopping these dirty Moors up, yo. I support and encourage it 100%. 5 more. 5 more stuff.
Yeah.
I endorse.
And message. Moors don't take all that good vibes and props and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna send it all back to the Moor Avengers and Noble Drew Ali. That's why we do what we do out here.
And he does that, and he even said that then. And I think that it's very rare. Better. We got to do better with our business, how we treat each other. We got to do better, because we're proclaiming something, and that energy is why some people are getting their behinds weak. And I think Noble Drew Ali, you said some of your good Moors is going to get that fire on your hind part. So it's like, we got to make sure that we're really living up to these principles, because we're held accountable, because the world is looking at us.
Great.
Really looking at us. To keep do.
If we can get apologies from Rod Hayes, the world's definitely looking at us.
Wait, what did he say?
Huh? No, it's his big mama said leave us alone and all this.
What? Oh, he's trying to tap in Bobby Henry, right?
So if he wants to have a conversation and all that stuff, so we'll see where it goes.
All right.
Oh well, hey, that's divine.
Yeah, that is divine.
We'll see where it goes.
Real quick, Rude Boy Deuce said, bro, your pheasant straight. Don't let Brother Sheldon play you. Rude Boy Deuce,
that's your brother. I'm saying your little cousin or something. You gotta put one of the lives to get vouch for you.
How's cracking jokes about your pheasant is big? Boricua, 1313. Thanks for joining. I'll let you know where we are right now if you can see it. We're at the Moors Tea House in Edinburgh.
Oh yeah. Speaking about Moors Tea House, don't forget. About Moors Tea House, don't forget, go sign the petition. Keep the Mohren businesses, streets, schools, etc. names near Europe. Just go get on there, sign the petition.
And we're gonna make this
So
a
we're
big deal, guys.
campaigning. We're campaigning right now. The campaign is on.
It seemed like it was balanced, and it was really like a hit job, like for real, for real. Like there was a lot of things in there that I guess on the editing room floor they have that obligation, but I thought Moors would be recording so they could upload the raw video, and then they could let them publish what they. So that's what I'm saying. So if we're engaging with media, we want to have somebody that's recording that whole interview live, and then we could post that and then chop it up like they want to chop it up and say, hey, we put it on a record about Negro, Black, and Color. We're not that. We put it on the record what Noble Drew Ali left. We put it on the record about the FBI papers about the Moors. We put it, like all these things and these different branches of the split off of this kind of schism and this infiltration. And even when Cujo sent me the video of the singing the Frere Jacques, like the vibration in the brother that broke energy. You sing it days like the wisdom and magi-ness, and that's what I'm saying. Like we're playing like we're Moors, and I'm saying that on all authenticity. Like the obligation of what we are up against, we have to do more, and that is a pun.
Yep.
Shout out to Big Pun.
The more you are, the more you see. The more you see, the more you are.
Islam.
All right, let's see. We got Moorish Painting. Thanks for joining. Peace and love. Islam, Rude Boy Deuce.
Islam, Rude Boy Deuce. That's my big brother. If my big brother can't turn on me, who can, right?
Yeah. Stolen Legacy of the Moors. Peace. Thanks for joining. Official Rise of the Moors join.
Salam, salam.
Salam, salam, salam.
Oh yeah, and I just found out that the running of the bulls starts today in Spain too. So honors to you, Moors, for being out there when that energy's kicking off. Yeah.
Running of the bulls starts today, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Adelaide L. I'm still. Adelaide L. You got the tunicates. Please write a review online. Let me know what you think and all that. I'm still waiting.
Mohren.com, Mohren Haus, Bamberg, at Instagram, #Mohren Haus. We gotta support and we gotta honor them. You know, they really know the history and they were hospitable and they definitely work with us, and we are grateful for this legacy that's been bestowed upon us, guys. So if they can do this, what can you do?
Hey Sheldon, you learn how to Zoom now, huh?
You know what? And it's so funny. This must have changed because I think I remember once I did a lot kind of Zoom and it wasn't. I'm like, well, I guess it doesn't Zoom. But I learned it today. I learned today. Yo.
Oh, what you got on here? Dang, early Abe. He was even up here before us.
Oh yeah. Let me ask this question, because we had a troll last night saying how there's no way that you guys in Germany, because it's light outside when you're at the train station. Is the train station open concept, or is it closed and the lights were just on in the train station?
Maybe they don't know about daylight savings time, and in the summer how it's later. The train was at 9. So the train was at 9 o'clock, and I can say this for sure. When I was at Montreal, 9:30, 20 to 10, it's still light outside. When it gets to 10 o'clock, then it starts to get dark in the summertime. Vancouver, it's even later. 10 after 10, that's when it starts to get dark in the summer. So it's the same thing out here. So I mean, like, whatever. You know what? I shouldn't even have said all of that. Come out here and you'll see.
For real.
Here, then you won't know, so you can speculate all you want. But once you're out here, see how it works. It's that simple.
And that's so because of all the stuff that we dropped in that second part of our video that day. This is what you see. Is your focus? You're not focused on the message,
right?
Or even critique something. Even at the end of the video, that's why I said show that we're actually at the train station, so knuckleheads that are haters and have no life can actually.
They still found something. They still found something.
and that's
You know
why
how
I
they
showed
do.
the name. So it said, I think it said München.
Yeah.
It said München, which is Munich HBF.
Yeah.
So how could it not be in? So what? There's a train from New York to Munich.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear it through the
Whatever.
Akashic Records. If you go to my Cash App, I'll be with magnets out of
And no,
and I'm just joking for people that
Yeah.
don't know.
and stolen legs. We're not running with no bulls. Cujo's just letting you know that today. I didn't even know that today it starts. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Eid Mubarak. Peace.
Mm-hmm.
Royal J Bay. That's right. Royal J Bay, please.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's happy Hafsa. Happy Hafsa. Peace. Thank
Islam study more.
It's
So
definitely been worth
worth
the
the trip.
trip, man. And it's and however way you look at it. And so we need to do more of these. And that's why we were doing this before the pandemic. We would meet up and I would do my best to go wherever I could to meet up with Moors, knowing them if they, not knowing them or whatever. Like, just find ways that you can do what you can do, because this campaign, we got to find a way to counter it. And give shout out to Cujo, whoever created that page. So shout out to you as well.
Check out Moorish Lighthouse _official. Join peace and love. Do you know Moorish Lighthouse?
Moorish Lighthouse, correcting the narrative.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I got you.
Shout out to you.
I actually thought it was like something like, something affiliated. So I don't know. So peace.
It was just a good about being a lighthouse. And more in terms of experience, Islam.
Yes.
Watch out for the green screen. Hey, I said it last because I already know you got to be able to hit the claim and the counterclaim, because you already know people be on that type of vibe.
Married. She's getting married. Huh? Yeah. She said she would like to also. So let me put this really quick. So see them walk in. They're carrying like a music box. Woman is saying All right, so she's getting married, right? So what they do is like a bunch of her friends walk around and they get to the gates, and there's another girl getting married probably tomorrow. And so this one here in the middle, when she walked by, she looked at Ashnaya and she said that she would also like to wear this fez as well. That's what she did in German, obviously. So obviously Ashnaya didn't comprehend, but just doing that. What's up for the green screen trolls? Yeah, man.
Islam Moors, I'm gonna yield the floor, but give thanks for everything y'all are doing out there, showing the unity, showing the everything that Moors need to see, so that we can, have to stop cussing people out and just slap them with this video. Slap them with this video later. Islam Moors, honor to you. Travel safe.
Great work.
Islam.
Islam, love you, bro.
Love you, Moors. Islam. Islam to the Moors in the chat.
Peace, brothers.
I think that's the last of it. That is the last comment.
I think that's the last comment.
Nice to do. Oh, okay.
Cash.
Traveled Moors.
We appreciate you too, Mo.
Yeah, Jaguar Soul. Legacy of the Moors join. Peace. So Legacy of the Moors, if you just joined, this is where we're at. We're at Bamberg, at the Moors House Tea Shop. Zoom in.
You'd like to zoom now.
Yeah, now I know how to zoom, right? So there's your brethren at the top, chilling. Right? The website is www.morenhouse.de. And the hashtag is, this dude's just walking in front of it.
Oh, you can do it on the other side. It's over there.
Oh.
Mohren House.
Mohren House hashtag. Anyways, we were here earlier. The workers, the employees took pictures of us and everything like that, and they are also against changing the name because they know the history of Moors and dating back to pre-Greeks, that they knew it. I'm mentioning it, they're like, yeah, so they know all of that stuff. So this is where we're chilling. And yeah, that's what's up. So that's where we're at. All right. Pardon me, Rain. Oh, pardon me, Brain, just waking up. All right. Okay, we got Khadijah. Oh, Khadijah Muhammad El. Peace and love, Empress. Thanks for joining. Hey, did I get that right? Khadijah Muhammad El?
Yes, you did.
I read it right.
All right. 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Big brother Sheldon.
Morse painting. Okay. Rael.
Yep.
David.
Or David, yeah.
David Bay. Peace. Brother is. Robert Bryant. Islam. Whoa. Wait a second. Back up. Just making sure to get through the comments. 3 more 7. Join. Peace and love. Islam. Appreciate too, Rude Boy.
Yeah, give thanks.
Give thanks for joining.
Oh, Icon, what do you gotta say?
Icon. Where's that?
Oh, he's trying, boy.
No. You gotta meet it. You gotta meet up with Morris. He's official.
He's official.
Asanaya is official.
Barata.
He's official because when he says he's gonna beat people, he goes and he meets them. Y'all got no excuses.
You're still similar to Mortus. He's in his proper person, his proper persona. So in order for you to get your ritual, your rites of passage, you have to meet up with at least 3 more them at Britain.
Yeah. So you're still,
You're still Albion Moors and Blackface.
Right.
So you meet up, and we need evidence. We only need, what, 2 witnesses? 2 witnesses?
Yeah, 2 good men, as they say, right?
Do the people know of our story of Moors Above? When have a story about him with he? I don't know. I don't understand any comment.
Do people know our story? Well, as we mentioned before.
Oh, the Moor Above. Oh, the story you mean?
Oh. Well, he has a lot of feathers, and we haven't seen the crest to break it down, but we see he has the serpent on his right arm, and he has his left foot forward. And it'll be interesting to see.
Which is the spiritual side.
Yeah.
Or the side, yeah. So
you look at a lot of the things that at the Northwest Gate, you see a lot of those feathers.
Right.
So we don't know when they added that to the to the building, but it still represents the same energy.
Yeah. Probably since 73, 76. Peace. Yo, I'm tired today.
I know that. It's all right.
All right. Empress. Ajulai. Peace and love for joining. All right, that's the end of the comments. So we're gonna jump off here. So once again,
stereo tonight or whatever.
We're gonna go on stereo tonight, and we're gonna chop it up after we go get some Ethiopian food, and I bring these Moors their Sakina Moor shoes. So, Empress, Asanaya, peace. Thanks for joining. Signing out, man. Until next time, and once again, at the Mohren Haus Tea Shop.